James Farrar, Chair of the United Private Hire Drivers Branch of the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, and greetings to the IATR conference Philadelphia. This panel question today is, are the drivers okay? And here in the United Kingdom, we're certainly not okay. We've seen licence numbers double in the past few years to 114,000, far too many in London. As a result, we've got the obvious problems of congestion, poor air quality in the city in terms of contributing to urban blight, but also driver welfare has deteriorated badly. Drivers earning about £5 an hour, and that's been established in front of employment tribunals. Compare that to the national minimum wage is £7.83. And in London, the national living wage considered necessary to live in London is £10.20. So imagine that drivers are earning half of what they need to live in the city that they're working in. And, the chair of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Work and Pensions, Frank Field, wrote a report identifying that Uber labour in London is now sweated labour. So we have sweatshop conditions in the licensed minicab trade in London, which is a real scandal, in my opinion. Safety is also a problem. 55% of drivers have been assaulted on the job. 83% have been victims of hate crime. And again, getting very poor support from the regulator and almost none at all from operators on that score. And that's a problem that needs to be dealt with. But this won't be news to a lot of people. We're seeing the same common problems around the world with this app business model. And I think the question now must also be, is the regulator okay? Because I looked at Transport for London's strategy paper for private hire, which was published earlier this year, just after it had taken Uber's license away. And it said in there that new technology had made transport cheaper. But of course, that's not true. New technology has been a boon in terms of the transaction layer, the booking process layer, but it hasn't changed how transportation services are delivered at all. It's still a car and a driver that brings a passenger from A to B. But yes, transport has gotten cheaper, but it's gotten cheaper through labour exploitation, let's be honest, and that's something we need to face up to. And I think the other thing we need to consider is, have there been perverse outcomes of this rush to not be caught out misclassifying workers? So there's a little bit of coyness about integrated risk management, lest you might get caught in the dragnet of, as you assign risk, that you might also assign yourself with an employer responsibility. And that's a great shame if we're avoiding risk management for those reasons. I'll stop here. Have a great conference, and I hope we can continue the conversation again. Bye-bye.